All right, we are good. Hey everyone, I am Amanda West and I am co-hosting today with Krista Robinson. Krista's on with me today. We're gonna go over some fun stuff. Today is Friday, and if you have been with Prove It for a little while, you know what that means. It means it's Freebie Friday. It is my favorite day of the week. I love that Prove It gives us the ability to offer free products to people. Number one, through Freebie Friday. Number two, through our Smart Ship program. So today we're going to focus on Freebie Friday and what exactly that is. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with doing something called warming up our news feed. So this is something that I just started doing a few months ago. I had never heard of it before. I'm not a big social media guru. Like I have to research, I have to Google what I'm doing on social media because I'm just not a pro at it. I learn a lot through these action hours, these power hours, and that is actually where I learned about warming up your news feed. So the reason why we warm up our news feed is so that you get more engagement on your posts. So there are a few different ways that we can warm up our news feed. We can go into Messenger and we can see who's active. So I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but I am actually going to go into Messenger myself. I have the app on my phone, and what you can do is just bring up the Messenger app, and then you click on where it says people at the bottom, and then there's a little tab and it says active. So right now I have 546 people that are active on Facebook. That's a lot of people that if I send them a message real quick, they'll likely respond because they're already on Facebook or on Messenger. So what we want to do is we want to connect with people who are not already with Prove It. I know a lot of my chats that I have going on are with promoters or they're just like different groups that we have going on. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look for people that I haven't talked to for a while on Facebook. So like this girl, Danielle, I actually have no idea who she is. So I'm going to click on her name. And then if you go up to the very top, you click on her name and then you can click on where it says profile. I want to click on Danielle's profile. And then I want to kind of scroll down and just kind of look at her page. I want to see what she's been up to. And then I can just shoot her a message and check in with her and see how she's doing. So I'm going to do that here. So if you guys want to go ahead and do the same, you can do that. You can click on the person's profile picture. So like I can click on Danielle's profile picture, bring it up. Now hers is a little bit older. Her profile picture is from September 8th of 2019. So she is a Cleveland Browns fan. So I can engage on her profile picture. I can comment on there. I just liked her picture. And it just gives you a good way to be able to reach out to people and reconnect. Like I said, I have no idea who she is. So I'm actually going to write her name down. And I am going to go back in. Since I'm talking, it's a little tricky for me to do both. But I'm going to go back into her page in a little while. And I'm going to engage with her. So Krista, is that kind of how you warm up your news feed too? What do you typically do?
Hey guys, I love using that as my warm up, but I also am a huge person on words, and I love putting out inspirational words every single day. And so I will put like a little quote, a little, I'll look for something like maybe it's a graphic I really loved. Maybe I'll use that, but I'll type it out myself. I'll use that as my wording. It really inspires people, it gets people commenting and getting my post warmed up, people engage with it, and then I can go and comment and respond back. So like this morning, I just put a quick one up there. Girl, put yourself together, keep going, dust settles, queens don't. And I put feeling grateful. And I did that because like anybody have kids at home virtual school? Like I'm having to be a kindergarten teacher and I'm having to help my sophomore high schooler that they do stuff completely different than when I was in sophomore high school. you know? And so times are hard right now. And so just being motivational, you know, sometimes people need to use your strength through this weird movie that never seems to end. And so I personally every morning will throw something up there just to inspire, uplift somebody. Maybe somebody woke up late, maybe somebody spilt their coffee, and then when they see that, their mindset shifts.
I love that. Another way that you can engage with people that you haven't talked to for a while is birthdays. So I don't know if you guys know this, but typically every morning Facebook will send me a notification that some of my friends, it's their birthday. So what I'll do is I'll just shoot them a message and I'll say happy birthday. Typically what I've been doing lately is I'll message them and I'll comment on their page. But if I'm friends with them in real life, not just on Facebook, I'll actually shoot them a text because they're more likely to see your text than they are to see Messenger. Like they'll see your text before they see anything else. Just because there are a lot of people who aren't necessarily on social media all day long. So if you can engage with someone in a text, or if you actually want to pick up the phone and call those people and just tell them happy birthday, I think that number one, I love that Facebook does that because I don't have everybody's birthdays written down. So Facebook is my reminder that, oh my gosh, I need to make sure that I'm reaching out to people, making them feel special on their birthday, because it's not something that everybody does. So I'll either do it that day on their birthday, or what I really try to do is reach out to them the day before their birthday. Because when you go into birthdays in the morning, it'll say, tomorrow is Jen and Liz and Bo's birthday. So I'll reach out to them a little bit early so that my message stands out a little bit compared to the other, 10, 20, 100 people that are going to tell them happy birthday. And it gives you a really good opportunity to be able to rebuild relationships with people. And that's what Facebook is all about. It was created so that you can stay in touch with people and build relationships and actually be friends with people on social media. So Krista, what do you typically do for birthdays? Do you comment on walls? Do you shoot them messages? How do you do yours?
I love mixing it up, and it just goes with my mood. Like if I happen to have a picture of them, I love putting it in my story, or I'll mix it up and I'll put it on my Facebook post and I'll tag them. I love sending Facebook Messenger messages because let's face it, like how many of you adult birthdays, they blow. They're not fun. Like we don't get a birthday party. And you just never know how you sending a message can inspire someone to have a better birthday. I get that all the time. Sometimes I might fall off with being consistent about a birthday, and then I wake up the next morning and I'm consistent, and my friend responds back, "You have no clue how much that meant to me. You're the first person to tell me happy birthday." How awesome is that we get to be a part of that story and make that person's day special? And so I really urge you to that's a DMO just for out of your heart, connect that relationship, because that shows your true heart. Adults, we need to be celebrated on our birthday. Like we've made it how many flipping years? We need to be celebrated. So do whatever you're comfortable with. Just how I drink different flavored ketones every day, depending on my mood, is how I share birthdays, Sometimes it's a quick message, sometimes it's a voice message. Like someone hearing your heart through your voice is really, really legit. So get out there. You might think you sing awful. Who cares? Like I guarantee you the friend that gets that is going to be like, oh my goodness, Liz is the boss. She doesn't sing me happy birthday. Like how freaking awesome is that? So shake it up, do it however you like it, however you can be consistent and how you can show up. But Facebook is a platform. Like I always tell people, you can go to the park and you can meet other moms. But you got a Facebook platform of 15 people with a birthday. Go celebrate it.
Hey, Krista, your connection is a little spotty, so you're breaking up a little bit. I did hear everything that you said. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Stephanie had chimed in. Yep, you're good, I think.
Okay, I got closer to the Wi-Fi.
There you go. Stephanie had chimed in. She said that she loves doing birthdays the day after too, and she also does videos and messages. I actually have a friend who sings to me every year on my birthday. I love it. I haven't done it myself. I haven't sang to anybody else, but I think that's super fun if you're brave enough to do that. So we've gone over connecting with people in Messenger. We've talked about birthdays. We've talked about maybe engaging on people's profiles with, people love to get compliments on their profile picture and on their cover photos. Typically, those two pictures alone will tell you a lot about a person. Their profile is typically a picture of themselves that they love. That's why they have made that their profile picture. And then typically a cover photo is something that tells a little bit about them. So like different landscapes, like a beach picture or family or the mountains or something that inspires them. So do you mean doing a video inside of Messenger? Yes. Oh, and real quick, you can also, Facebook came out with this really cool tool. It's Facebook stories. You can post birthday stories on people's stories now. That's a new feature that just came out within the last couple months. So that's really cool too. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Freebie Friday. Like, what is it? Why do we do it? Let's go over a little bit about Freebie Friday. So every Friday at noon Eastern, Prove It gives us the ability to offer 20-day supplies of ketones to people for free. So what they have to do is you'll go into your Pulse app, and there are instructions in there that say exactly what to do. But the general idea is you'll click on a link that'll take you to the Prove It YouTube channel, and you'll have to fill in the blank. So Prove It will ask you a question, and then you'll basically fill in the sentence, and you'll fill in the rest of the sentence in your answer, and then you'll comment with the full sentence and your name and your Instagram handle. Now, if you don't have Instagram, it's okay. Just what I tell people to do is just put your first name, last name, and then your email address, and you can enter too. So I've seen sometimes the winners will they'll list their name and not their Instagram. So make sure that you're taking advantage of this, because you can win free ketones. Your customers can win free ketones. Your promoters can win free ketones. And also, people who have never tried ketones before can win ketones. So it's just a really great opportunity. We do this every Friday at noon Eastern. It's offered, and there are 10 winners every week. My husband won several months ago. We know several friends that have won as well, and you never know what you're going to get. So some people have received one box. Some people have received 2 boxes. We always say it's a 20-day supply, because we don't want to say, oh, you're going to get 40 packs and you only get 20. So just let people know that they have the ability to win a free 20-day supply. So there are lots of different ways that you can advertise this. You can put it on your stories. You can put it on your Facebook wall. You can message people. And I have a list going of people who have said, hey, you know what? My arm is up. I want to win free ketones. They're not necessarily in my budget right now, but I want to try them. So I've got all of those people on a list, and I'll reach out to them every Friday with the information on how they can win. So let's see. I think what we'll encourage you guys to do right now is either do a story or a post on Facebook, or if you have Instagram too, you can do that. But generally we talk Facebook on here because it's pretty common for people to use Facebook as their main source of social media. So what we typically do is we encourage you to do a selfie because people like to see you. If they see a tub of Keto Pro, they're like, what in the world is that? I just want to see Amanda. I want to see her excited. I want to see her face. I want to see what she's been up to. So we always encourage people to take a selfie. Now, if you want it to be an excited selfie, that's awesome. If you want to show like a few packs of Nat, you can do that. Or what I've been doing lately is just doing an excited face with a 5. Like, oh my gosh, you can win ketones. Raise your hand high if you are interested in winning free ketones. Hey, Krista, what do you typically do for Freebie Friday?
I don't think my speaker's working. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so today I did something a little bit different. How many people have people ask, does this really get you in ketosis? So this morning I have a Keto Mojo test kit, and I literally did my reading, and it was a 1.2 after drinking my Blue Ocean. And so my caption for this was, I had a Lara bar yesterday after lunch, and today, bam, I'm back into ketosis without eating full keto. Love, love, love. I can prove the science behind my mom crack. You notice I didn't say ketones. I've been noticing if I say mom crack, I get eyes on me more. Curious how this device works? Peep my stories. Want to test drive this for yourself for free? Comment below to enter to win 20 free packs of my fave mom crack below. Love Freebie Friday. Everyone gets to play. And in my comments, I had people saying, yes, 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 yes. How does this work? And then I had someone say, what is this mom crack? I just started keto about 2 weeks ago. Bam, I have a new conversation to make in Messenger.
I love that. And then I also feed people between my Facebook page and my Facebook stories. I like to feed from my page to my stories, because in my stories, I can see who has looked to see what I'm up to. On your Facebook wall, you can't always see that stuff, but you want to make sure that you're posting on both, because some people have no idea what stories are. They don't understand them yet. Stories are still kind of new. But I like to try and feed people back and forth, because I think that's really powerful. You never know who's watching your wall. You never know who's watching your stories. But I do love that on stories, you can see who has actually clicked on your posts. I have somebody who had liked my post a couple days ago about the birthday cake. I think this flavor is going to be really popular. I actually haven't tried it yet. I'm super excited. I'm going to try it here in a little bit. But there are a lot of different, there's a lot of different protein bars out there that are, they're labeled as birthday cake flavors. There's different protein like shakes and stuff. So when people hear birthday cake, they're like, oh my gosh, okay, prove it's got something new. What's this all about?
I just wanted to share. So that post that I did, I put on Instagram and it shared to my Facebook page. So what I've done now is I went and shared it in my stories, but I put free graphic where you really can't see my post. So people have to actually click on my post to see it. And then below I put deets or want more. So it's a poll. So it's interacting. It's getting them to interact. They can go look at my page. Maybe they don't want to comment below in the comments. They don't want everyone seeing. They want to be a mystery ketone drinker. But I've put that poll there because people love giving opinions on polls. And when they see free, they're like, well, what's this? Like, I want information. So use all the fun little graphics that Instagram and Facebook give us. The more you use, the more platform it puts your story on. But if I shared it on my Instagram, usually I'll pop it up in the Instagram stories, because some people might see my story and not ever see my post, or some people might see my post and never see my story.
I love that. Krista is really good about consistently posting on Facebook and in her stories, just about everything in life in general. She typically posts inspirational stuff on her page, but if you go to her stories, you can see Prove It, how she incorporates it into her life. You can see her busy mom life. You can see her dog. Like, she's really great about doing videos on there. So it's almost like her Facebook page is highlights, but then you go to her stories and you see the real deal. You see what she's up to every single day. So if you guys haven't done Facebook or Instagram stories yet, they're awesome. We have a rabbit, and the rabbit is sitting really close to me. So if you hear some funny noises, that's what it is. Sorry, guys. But stories are really great about, I love them because they last for 24 hours and then they're gone. So if you mess something up, you can delete it. If you want to reuse it, there are options where you can reshare your stories, especially right now around the reboot time. I love that, because typically when I do reboot stories, I have like 10 different slides for the reboot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go back into my phone. I have to find all of those different slides. Nope, you don't. You can actually reshare your stories that you've shared before, and then you can add to them if you want to. Let's see. I think we are good on stories. I also wanted to remind you guys, we have a lot of really great scripts and pictures and stuff in the Better Starts Here group. So if you're not already in the Better Starts Here group, get with your sponsor with Pruvit and ask to be added there. If not, just reach out to anybody that you see on here, or maybe your closest champ, or even Nick Martinez, and see if we can get you added in there, because there is a lot of really great information in there. There are scripts for Freebie Friday. There are scripts for maybe different promos that we have going on. There are tons of images, and then there's also a really great units tab. So it's almost like a training tab where you can work through the different units. So if you are brand new to Pruvit, that's a really great place to start in the units tab of Better Starts Here. Oh yes, and Krista said she loves the recordings of the Zooms that are in there too. So do you guys have any questions for us? We wanted to keep this week really short because there's so much great info in that Better Starts Here group. So if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to pop them in the chat.
Hey, Amanda, I'm looking through the chat. Did we show how to do a birthday story inside a story?
No, we
Okay.
did not. You want to do that?
I had a friend's birthday the other day. Her name was Heather. And I literally went into Instagram, and it's going to be hard to see it on here, but I literally went into Instagram, up into my stories, and I just went and selected, I had a picture of her and I deleted it already, but I had a picture of her and I. So we're just going to take this little graphic, and it's gonna pretend like it's my friend and me. And so it's her birthday. And so I went and I put a little gift on happy birthday, because I love design. I love like glitter, balloons, whatever it is. Okay. And so I put a cute little happy birthday. But then what else I did, just because I love it, I went into music. You click the little square with a smiley face at the top, and then you click music, and then it's going to search music, and you literally put happy birthday. And there are 5,000 different ways on how happy birthday is saying. You pick one, you choose it. I put it in there. I tagged her in the story. To tag her in the story, you literally can put the @ symbol, and you can type in their name. And so I tagged her in it, singing happy birthday to her, and I posted it. And then guess what? She can go on her Instagram, and she can share that post to her Instagram story. So that's how you do a happy birthday story. If you don't have a picture of her, you could do a happy birthday graphic and tag her in it and have it singing happy birthday to her. There's so many different ways that you can go about it. You literally can video yourself. Hey girl, just wanted to wish you happy birthday, everybody. Shout out my friend Heather. It's her birthday today. And you could do that. Like, the ideas are absolutely limitless.
I love it because you can play around with it, and if you don't like it, you can delete it and start over. You really can't go wrong. That's how I have learned a lot about Instagram and Facebook, just by playing around. Just click and post, and if you don't like it, then delete it. I really do love Instagram stories, though. There are lots of different tools that you can use in there, and like Krista was saying earlier, I have my Facebook linked to my Instagram, so when I post on Instagram in my stories, it automatically posts on my Facebook stories. So that'll save you a ton of time. If you're on both, you can, it'll give you the option if you want to post on Facebook at the same time or not. Typically I do, because then I don't have to take the time to post on both. All right, I think we are good. So Liz, it sounds like it may have been a little bit choppy when Krista was speaking. It'll give you the option for birthdays. Like if you go into your birthdays on Facebook, you can actually, sorry, noisy rabbit. You can actually, it'll give you the option to post on their birthday story. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit today. You were able to grab something to be able to take away from today. And we'll make sure that we pop the recording from this into the Better Starts Here group. And then make sure that you're going back and you're searching for Freebie Friday, because you can see lots of different post options on there. And there are also several other recordings from Freebie Fridays too. So you are very welcome. Thank you all for hopping on with us today. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to pop into Better Starts Here and comment on the post for today's Power Hour, and we'll make sure that we get back to you. You guys have a great day.